Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Fashioniksha. Size 30 size. So I'm just starting and draw a straight line over here. So this is the starting line, a default line, and we'll consider this as a shoulder line. From this, which you needed, here I am taking a length of 35 inches. So you can determine whatever the length that you need. Draw a line across. So we got the shoulder to hip measurement is 22. Shoulder to hip measurement I am taking a 22 and draw a line across. And now shoulder to waist measurement. Mark shoulder to waist measurement is 14 inches. So I am marking here shoulder to waist measurement is 14 and draw a line across. So all these lines, shoulder line, waist line, hip line and the bottom line, we had a measurements of length measurements. What is the measurement from shoulder to bottom, shoulder to hip and shoulder to waist. Now we have to calculate the chest measurement. Before drawing a chest line, let's mark the shoulder slope. Shoulder slope is say around 3/4 inches. So shoulder slope here I am taking. So if the shoulder is straight, it's not a slope one, so you can reduce it to 1/2 inches. If not, a regular 3/4 inches holds good for the shoulder slope. Just drawn a shoulder slope line over here. So once the shoulder slope is done, so now mark the chest line. Chest line divided by 6 is 6 inches plus 1.5 inches is this 1.5 inches is what we take 2 times of the shoulder slope. So here the formula is chest divided by 6, that is 6 inches, and shoulder slope we are taken 0.75 inches, that is 3/4 inches. 3/4 inches into 2 is 1.5 inches, that means 6 plus 1.5, that's 7.5. So we are marking the chest line over here. So now we got shoulder line, chest line, waist line, hip line, and this is bottom line. So we got all these lines. Now mark shoulder. Shoulder is 15 inches. So half of the shoulder is 7.5. Once you mark the 7.5, just draw a line down to meet a chest line, which is like perpendicular to a chest line. Once you're done with this, now mark the chest. Chest is 36 inches plus 3 inches is allowances for the medium fit. 36 plus 3 is 39. 39 divided by 4 is 9.75. So mark it here, 9.75. And waist is 32. 32 plus 3 inches is allowances, 35. 35 divided by 4 is 8.75. 8.75. And hip measurement is 38. 38 plus 3 inches is allowances, that is 41. 41 divided by 4 is 10.25. So mark it over here. And if you want, so once this is done, use a hip curve to draw or to join the chest and the waistline. So you can use this from chest to waist and from again waist to hip. So you draw half of it, and now turn the scale around, and now you can join these lines so that inward and then outward shape to give. So you can see the shape which is going inward, and then here it is going a little outward because the waist shape which flows down to hip. And from here, if you want to give a bottom flare, you can increase the measurement of this at the bottom, or you can draw a straight line if you wanted a straight shape. So here I am drawing it a straight line itself. So you want to change? Yes, of course you can change it according to the requirement. So once after this is done, so mark neckline in order to draw a shoulder line. The formula to draw a neck width is neck round divided by 6 plus half an inches, that comes 3. Neck round divided by, that is 15 inches, divided by 6 is 2.5. 2.5 plus half an inches, 3 inches. I am marking over here. The neck width and as well as the neck deep, that is a basic neck deep, remains the same. So I am making the same mark over here for the neck deep. Once the marking is done, so square up from the neck deep to a neck width, like this, square, to draw a neckline curve. Once this is done, so you can draw a shoulder slope from the neck width point to a shoulder slope. So now we got the shoulder line as well. Once this is done, to draw an armhole curve, locate a midpoint in between of chest and the shoulder line. So this gap we also called as a arm depth. The gap between the shoulder line and the chest line is called arm depth. So in between, so it is 7.5. In 7.5 the midpoint is 3.75. So this is the midpoint. From the midpoint, armhole curve. This is for the inward curve. At the front, usually the armhole shape takes up a little curve which goes inside. So that is the reason we take it an inward. So now from the shoulder slope point to this point, draw a straight line, and from this point use a armhole curve. You can draw it by hand also. It is always advisable to use a curve scale to draw a armhole curve smoothly. So you can see the armhole curve now. So once after this, so from this point mark 1 inches diagonally, or you can say 45-degree angle as well. So this helps to draw a neckline curve. Adjust it neatly while drawing so that the curve line will be smoother. Make sure to mark the terminologies, say front cut 1 pieces. Grain line, the unfold line. This helps or reminds you at the time of cutting. This is unfold. So this completes the front pattern of kurta. Cut this neckline as well. This neckline is a basic neckline which suits well for the collar neck and closed neck. And in order to manipulate it to other neckline, for example the round neckline or the V neckline, so we are gonna increase the neck width and then we'll mark the neck deep. Now trace this front pattern to make a back one.